In this video, you'll see what is the top 10 must-have units in the new Tensura Anime Last Stand update. Every units in this video are all obtainable and not from trading. I do want to know, what do you think is the best unit in this Tensura update? Remember to subscribe and like, and with that being said, in no particular order, the first must-have unit is Lord Noir Daemon Diablo. It's one of the newest obtainable units you can get in this new Tensura Anime Last Stand update, and he became one of the strongest hybrid unit with this insane damage at later upgrades. Lord Noir Daemon stats are max upgrade and max level are 6,830,000 damage with his SPA at 10.9 seconds, making his damage per second at 626,605.5, which is insanely strong, especially he is a hybrid unit and have a huge line AoE at later upgrades. How to get Lord Noir Daemon is by summoning on the slime banner using the slime currency you can get from the abandoned Cathedral Winter Portal, which you can buy from the World 2 summoning area. If you do not end up getting the unit you want and hit pity, the game will give you a token that will let you choose what unit you want. Lord Noir Daemon best traits are Glitched, Avatar, and Overlord, as he is a 2 placement. Alright, next unit is Umura Segunda. Ukura is still one of the best affordable nature unit, especially he's insanely good for the new Tensura portals as the enemies are all water type units, and he is hybrid on placement in this new Tensura Anime Last Stand update. Umura's Segunda stats at max upgrade and max level are 21,800,000 damage with his SPA at 5.91 seconds, making his damage per second at 3,688,663, which is insanely strong, especially he is a nature unit and there aren't as many nature units that have this high amount of damage, especially him having Avatar trait, which is the second best trait on Ukura. How to get Umura is from the Hollow Dimension in World 1 Act 6, where there is a 5% drop rate both in normal and nightmare. Umura's Segunda best traits are Glitch, Avatar, and Overlord. Okay, next unit is Flame Breather. Rengoku is still one of the best burn units, especially he is hybrid on placement and is affordable at wave 2, making him insanely strong for legend stages and caverns in this new Tensura Anime Last Stand update. Flame Breather stats are max upgrade and max level are 12.9 million damage with his flame dealing 15.5 million damage and his SPA at 3.66 seconds, making his damage per second at 7,759,562, which is incredibly strong, especially on how affordable he is. And how to get Flame Breather is from the Demon Capsule, and you can farm Demon Capsule from Infested City Infinite mode in World 1. Alright, next unit is Dragon Princess Dragonoid. Milim is one of the newest obtainable units you can get in this new Tensura Anime Last Stand update, and she became one of the strongest hybrid unit with her insane stun and damage at later upgrades. Dragon Princess Dragonoid stats are max upgrade and max level are 6,560,000 damage with her SPA at 5.84 seconds, making her damage per second at 1,123,287.67, which is insanely good, especially she is a hybrid unit at later upgrades with her crazy stun and huge AoE. How to get Dragon Princess Dragonoid is by summoning on the slime banner using the slime currency you can get from the abandoned Cathedral Winter Portal, which you can buy from the World 2 summoning area. If you do not end up getting the unit you want and hit pity, the game will give you a token that will let you choose what unit you want. Dragon Princess Dragonoid best traits are Glitch, Avatar, and Overlord, as she is a 3 placement. Okay, next unit is Pride the One. Escanor is the best damage per second unit with this insane full AoE at later upgrades and his overpowered team buff in this new Tensura Anime Last Stand update. Pride the One stats on max upgrade and max level at max buff are 35.5 million damage with his burning dealing 42.6 million damage and his SPA at 5.09 seconds, making his damage per second at 15,343,811, which is incredibly overpowered, especially at later upgrades. He becomes a full AoE with a huge range, which will carry you in most purgatory caverns, and not only that, it will also help you with your legend stages, especially if you have Pride the One on your first slot. It will be able to buff your whole team by 20% damage. Pride the One's best traits are Glitch, Avatar, and Overlord. Alright, next in is Oni General Samurai. Benimaru is one of the newest obtainable units you can get in this new Tensura anime last stand update, and it became one of the best hybrid unit with its strong flame damage at later upgrades. Oni General Samurai stats at max upgrade and max level are 2,222,000 million damage with his Dark Flame dealing 10.6 million damage and his SPA at 3.86 seconds, making his damage per second at 3,321,243.52, which is insanely good, especially he is a hybrid unit at later upgrades with this insane huge line AoE. How to get Oni General Samurai is by summoning on the slime banner using the slime currency you can get from the abandoned cathedral winter portal, which you can buy from the world 2 summoning area. If you do not end up getting the unit you want and hit pity, the game will give you a token that will let you choose what unit you want. Oni General Samurai's best traits are Glitch, Avatar, and Overlord. Okay, next in is True Curse King. Sukuna is still one of the best damage per second unit with his nuke ability at later upgrades and team buff in this new Tensura anime last stand update. True Curse King stats at max upgrade and max level are 27.3 million damage with his dismantle dealing 62.4 million damage and his SPA at 6.12 seconds, making his damage per second at 14,656,862, which is insanely strong. When having True Curse King as your leader, he will buff your team's range by 35%, which is incredibly good. Do keep in mind that you can only have one leader buff by equipping one of the godlies in the first slot. How to get True Curse King is by equipping all of the 7 deadly evolve units, Pride Noon, Megumi Evolve, and talk to Sukuna at the summoning area at World 2. When done correctly, you should be able to evolve your Sukuna. At the last upgrade, he will get a new manual ability where he will be able to nuke the enemies. Alright, next unit is Vora Dragon Dr. Vora is one of the newest obtainable units you can get in this new Tensura anime last stand update and became one of the best hybrid unit with a strong full AoE and electric at later upgrades. Vora Dragon Dr. stats at max upgrade and max level are 5,390,000 damage with his electric dealing 1.88 million damage and his SPA at 9.86 seconds, making his damage per second at 737,322.51, which is incredibly good, especially he is a hybrid unit and becomes full AoE at later upgrades. How to get Vora is by summoning on the slime banner by using the slime currency you can get from the abandoned cathedral winter portal, which you can buy from the world 2 summoning area. And if you do not end up getting the unit you want and hit pity, the game will give you a token that will let you choose what unit you want. Vora Dragon Dr's best traits are Glitch, Avatar, and Overlord. Okay, next in is Time King. Julius is still one of the best light support unit, especially with his time stop at later upgrades, and he becomes a hybrid unit in this new Tensura anime last stand update. Time King stats at max upgrade and max level are 12.7 million damage with his SPA at 4.63 seconds, making his damage per second at 2,742,980, which is insanely strong, especially he gets a manual ability and becomes a full AoE at later upgrades. At later upgrades, Time King gets a manual ability where he'll be able to time stop enemies in his range, which is quite valuable in tough situation when you are trying to clutch. How to get Time King is by summoning on the World 2 Ultimate banner. Alright, next in is Strongest Sorcerer Unsealed. Gojo became insanely strong with this insane slow and how incredibly overpowered he is on placement in this new Tensura anime last stand update. Strongest Sorcerer Unsealed stats at max upgrade and max level are 53 million damage with his SPA at 5.82 seconds, making his damage per second at 9,106,529, which is incredibly overpowered, especially he is already strong with his time stop ability that he gets at later upgrade. At upgrade 3, Gojo will get an unlimited void where you can manually time stop ability and freeze every enemy in his range, and you can activate it every 25 seconds, which is honestly amazing, especially when you are trying to clutch in tough situations. At the last upgrade, strongest sorcerer Unsealed will get a nuke ability where he will deal 8 billion damage. Okay, next one is Division Vice Captain. Division Vice Captain is still one of the best starter light unit, especially on how affordable he is on wave 1, making your grind a lot easier with his huge range, and he does bleed on placement, which will cancel out regen enemies in this new Tensura anime last stand update. Yippee! Division Vice Captain stats a max upgrade and max level are 6,300,000 damage, with his burning dealing 8.83 million damage and his SPA at 4.56 seconds, making his damage per second at 3,317,982, which is insanely strong, especially he does bleed off rip, which will cancel out regeneration enemies. How to get Division Vice Captain is by summoning on the banner 1 and 2. Alright, next one is Green Esper. Tatsumaki is one of the best heal unit, especially she has an insane range and slows enemies, especially she is insanely good right now for the new Tensura portals, as the enemies are all water type units in this new Tensura anime land stand update. Green Esper stats a max upgrade and max level are 159,480 damage with her SPA at 3 seconds, making her damage per second at 53,160, which is insanely strong, as you can place 3 of the Green Esper and she's extremely cheap to a max upgrade, making her one of the best heal unit. The best traits you can have on Tatsumaki are Glitch, Overlord, Avatar, and All-Seeing. Okay, next in is Asuta Half Devil. Asuta is still one of the best dark units, especially he is extremely cheap to upgrade and he is hybrid on placement, which will be useful for caverns and legend stages in this new Tensura anime last stand update. Asuta Half Devil stats a max upgrade and max level are 24.3 million damage with his SPA at 6.24 seconds, making his damage per second at 3,894,230, which is insanely strong since he is extremely cheap to max upgrade and is hybrid on placement. Yippee yay! How to get Asuta Half Devil is by evolving the rare Asta you can get from the banners and evolve the mythic Asta to ultimate Asta by using the evolution item you can get from the Demon Skull Village Corrupted Secret Portal. Yippee! Alright, next one is Slime Devil Lord. Rimuru is one of the newest obtainable units you can get in this new Tensura anime last stand update, and it became one of the best hybrid unit with his insanely strong full AoE, fear, and nuke ability at later upgrade. Slime Devil Lord stats a max upgrade and max level are 34.6 million damage with his SPA at 6.14 seconds, making his damage per second at 5,635,179.15, which is incredibly good, especially he is a hybrid unit and becomes full AoE. Slime Devil Lord gets a fear passive at later upgrades, where he will be able to stun enemies 5 times for 1 second each and dealing 10% more damage to them. How to get Slime Devil Lord is by defeating the newest secret, Abandoned Cathedral Winter Portal, which you can get from the Tier 5 Abandoned Cathedral Winter Portal, and you'll be needing Mask to get him to use on his final evolution that can be obtained from the secret portal. Yippee! Slime Devil Lord best traits are Glitch, Avatar, and Overlord. Okay, next one is Black Swordsman Berserk. Guts is one of the best dark units, especially he will become a full AoE hybrid and will deal hemorrhage damage at later upgrades in this new anime last stand Jujutsu Kaisen update. Black Swordsman Berserk stats a max upgrade and max level are 27.8 million damage with his hemorrhage dealing 39 million and his SPA at 6.81 seconds, making his damage per second at 9,809,104, which is insanely good, especially you can buff his hemorrhage even more with soul once you get to world 2, and at later upgrades he becomes full AoE, which will be useful for legend stages and caverns. Finally, the last unit is 7th Company Captain Former. Benimaru is one of the best affordable dark units, especially he is a heal unit where he will be able to attack both air and ground enemies in this new Tensura anime last stand update. 7th Company Captain Former stats a max upgrade and max level are 11.2 million damage with his Dark Flame dealing 53.8 million damage and his SPA at 4.19 seconds, making his damage per second at 15,513,126, And at later upgrades, Benimaru will deal Dark Flame damage, which is incredibly overpowered for Legend stages, Caverns, and many more, and I highly recommend to pull for this ultimate unit as I consider this unit so valuable along with the other units mentioned in this video. How to get 7 company Captain Former is by summoning on the World 2 Ultimate banner. That was everything for this video on the top 10 must-have units in the new Tensura Anime Last Stand update. I hope this video helped you in some sort of way. Remember to subscribe and like, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.